Okay, hi everybody. This is Valerie Van Boeven and George Novison, and today we're going to talk about the Facebook, the secrets to effective home care marketing. We have been using Facebook with our clients all across the country for a very long time, and the challenge is to figure out if it's something that you should really take seriously or not, and today you're going to get those answers and the how-to, and so we're going to move on from there. Hi, George. How are you doing?
Very good. Welcome, everyone.
And so what we'll do is we will take questions at the end. So I know that some of you are going to have questions as we go along. There's in your little dashboard that you have, there is a questions pane. And you should be able to type in a question at any time. At the end of the webinar, I will go through and read all those questions, and we'll attempt to answer them. So if you have a question, don't hesitate. Don't wait till the end. Just go ahead and type it in, and we will get to your question at the very end of the presentation. This is being recorded, and it will be sent out for distribution after the video processes, and we get it all uploaded. So with that, we're going to move on here. Okay, so on our agenda today, we're going to do a couple of things. The real reason behind this webinar is to show you how to highlight your home care agency or senior service as a local community resource. That is so important, and any of you who've done any networking in your local community, you know how important that can be for more referrals. We want you to know how to highlight your home care agency staff as experts in elder care issues, how to create an engaging, fun, educational Facebook page that people in your local community enjoy and comment on, and create a presence that increases your email list and your Facebook fan list in your local area, and you can reach out to them at any time. So the more people you have engaging with you on Facebook, the more opportunity you have to show those folks that you're not only an expert, but you have the answers and solutions to some of the problems they may be facing. And therefore, having done all of that, you become a resource, you get leads, referrals, and calls. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So this was the old way of thinking when it comes to Facebook marketing, especially for the senior care space. Now, anybody who's in retail, you know, and even the big companies all the way down to little companies, whether it's your local cupcake shop or Coca-Cola or Nike, are all using Facebook to their advantage. But it's been a real challenge for home care agencies to figure that out because of the demographic and the time and the issues and all of those things. So no one in the senior care space really knows if it's worth the time or money to really concentrate on a good Facebook effort. And some of the other factors that go into this are that, you know, as busy marketers and busy business owners and salespeople, you have no time. You wear enough hats as it is, and you barely have time to do all the things that you should be doing that you have to do, much less get on Facebook. And a lot of folks out there just don't have the skill for Facebook. They don't understand it, don't know about it. They know about it, but they're only using it to exchange pictures with family members or something like that. It's not really going to ever be their forte, and I can understand that. And employees don't want to connect oftentimes. There's a real, I guess, kind of a myth out there that if an employee likes your Facebook business page, that then you can see all of their personal stuff, and that is certainly not the case. You have to be friends with that employee on Facebook in order to see their personal stuff. So we can just get rid of that right away. Employees should be connecting with your Facebook business page, especially your key staff in your office, if they have a Facebook account, because all it does is let everybody else in the community know that they've given your business a thumbs up, and that's really all it amounts to. And in the old way of thinking was that this is not our market. This is for 20-somethings or 30-somethings or teenagers. This is not for folks who need elder care. And the final thing is that people have set their Facebook business pages up incorrectly to begin with. And I see that all day long. So we'll talk about that a little bit. What's happening is folks are setting them up as a human being, as a profile, as an account holder, as opposed to a business page. And luckily, since Facebook recognizes that people are confused by that, they give you now a way to change your, you know, personal Facebook account that you built for your business over to a page, which is much more appropriate for so many reasons and will help it show up in Google search results better. So this is the new way of thinking. The new way is that having set up hundreds of Facebook accounts and pages over the last few years and studying this dilemma that all senior care marketers face, we've come to some very specific conclusions. It is now very much a necessity to have a well-managed, well-planned Facebook strategy. This will absolutely help you with your revenue and help you in your business. The old way of thinking needs to go out the door. Facebook has caught up with lots of age demographics. Facebook engagement is mandatory. So this is not one of those issues where you can just set it and forget it. This isn't the Ron Popeil set it and forget it infomercial. You really have to be engaged, or someone in your office or someone, period, needs to engage with your local audience. And the only way to do that is to pay attention to what's going on Facebook. The audience is now full of people in your local area who are caring for aging loved ones or who are aging themselves. So no longer are we faced with the fact that these are just 20-year-olds or teenagers or 30-year-olds. These are folks who are sharing pictures. They are they're families, and I'm going to show you a little bit about that. Grandparents are using Facebook to look at grandchildren's photos, and families are communicating with each other and their local communities more and more on Facebook. Just a personal example, and I'm sure many of you have personal examples. My grandfather is 84 years old, and my grandmother, who lived to be somewhere in her 80s, she died recently, like I guess a year ago in March. And she was actually the Facebook user of the two of them. She was not really great at it, but she knew enough to be able to go on and look at all the pictures we were posting. They felt like they were being left out a little bit because everybody was on Facebook. So she learned how to use it, and when she passed away, then he learned how to use it. So he has been getting on Facebook, and he, again, doesn't do a lot, but he certainly can navigate Facebook, and he's in his 80s. And then families are communicating with each other. My mom is 62. Her husband is 72. And they both are on Facebook because the only way they're going to see pictures of their grandchildren is often, or know what our daily lives are like because we live 1,000 miles apart, is to be on Facebook. So they get on there every single day. And my mother and her husband are very web-savvy people. So it's not true for everybody, but certainly that age group is catching on quite readily. So there is a market there for the senior care industry. And the other thing that's interesting is that over the years, Facebook has so much demographic data on humans all over the world that it's possible to specifically target Facebook ads to the exact location, age, interests, and keywords. So this is the difference between Google AdWords or Google pay-per-click and Facebook. With Google AdWords, you're targeting someone's, they're trying to solve a problem. So they're typing in a search for home care in St. Louis, Missouri. But with Facebook, the object of the game is a little bit different in that you want to target folks who may be looking for home care in St. Louis, Missouri, who are of a certain age group, have certain interests, and have mentioned certain things on their Facebook pages. So it's getting better and better all the time, and right now it is really a good way to get the word out about your business. The big question I hear all the time is, well, does Facebook generate home care leads? Because leads, junkies, leads, we all want leads, right? And the reality about any kind of online marketing is this. If you don't do something, then you are being left out and you are losing business. So Facebook isn't going to, if you turned an ad on or a business page, you're not going to immediately see an influx of hundreds of leads coming to your home care agency from Facebook. This is a work in progress. It's a worthwhile endeavor, I believe, based on our testing. So sometimes, but usually not directly, Facebook generates leads, and that's not always true. We've had Facebook ads turned on for just a day, and someone has received a home care lead. So it just depends on the situation and the demographic and the place that you live and work. Facebook marketing and engagement may result in leads over time if done correctly and without fail, meaning you can't just try it for a week and say, oh, that didn't work. You have to commit to it and do it correctly. Facebook marketing and engagement is more about connecting with your local community as a resource, sharing important community elder care information, sharing your involvement in the community, like all those senior fairs that you go to, all those networking events, those speaking engagements, the Alzheimer's walk that you participate in, whatever it is your office does together or will be doing in the next few months and the next years should be highlighted on Facebook. People love pictures. And Facebook marketing engagement finally is about reaching out. If you don't reach out to folks in your local community using the tools that are available to you, you can reach a lot more people using Facebook than you can using a postcard. It works a lot better and it's a lot cheaper. So if you really want quality leads for your senior care business, you have to do the work, and there's no way around it, and Facebook is part of that work. So the ultimate goal here is to create more interest in your home care agency on a local level, drive more consumers who have elder care issues towards your business. So that's the goal of this program and the goal of Facebook marketing. So should home care agencies spend money and effort on a real Facebook marketing strategy? And by real, I mean not just throwing something out there and seeing what sticks. The short answer is yes, you should be committed to a Facebook strategy. And the long answer is also yes, but don't go it alone. We've tested and tested markets all across the U.S. specific to Facebook advertising and results over the last few months. And of course, we've been doing this for a long, long time. So although some of the things that other generic Facebook marketers would tell you to do may hold true, for the home care and senior care market, there's always a little caveat. There's always a little difference in how you handle things with your local audience. It's not as easy to market on Facebook for a home care agency as it is for a retail shop that sells T-shirts or a car dealership. It's not the same thing. So you have to be careful about what you do, and you have to do it right so that you don't offend anybody, but on the other hand, you attract lots of people to your Facebook business page. So what does Facebook marketing for home care really look like? Well, we've done some testing, so I'm going to use a friend of ours who allowed us to do, one of the people that allow us to test on him. And we put together a Facebook business page. Now, he already had a Facebook business page, but we jazzed it up. We put all kinds of cool stuff in there, all kinds of buttons, calls to action, all kinds of stuff. And ran and did some extra engagement by posting some questions and things like that. And then we did some really low-cost advertising to see what would happen, and the results were really good. So this is a lot of text, a lot of words here, but I'm going to run down for you. These are the steps. And remember, I am going to send this out for playback, so you don't have to write all of this down. But these are the steps that allowed us to have a successful Facebook marketing campaign for all of our tests. First of all, we created a custom Facebook business page, and you can do that too. And by the way, all of these steps are things that you can do. We set up a unique call to action specifically for the home care agency that draws Facebook users into your local service area to opt in with their name, email, and phone number to collect on that unique offer or that call to action. So, and then we set up a tab on the Facebook business page specifically for this marketing program. And that tab or page is designed to collect contact information from consumers in the local area who are interested in home care, elder care, senior care, caregiving, and caring for an aging parent. There's a lot more decisions that went into that, but those are kind of the basics. And then once somebody clicks on an ad or likes the business page, once they've done that, then we can communicate with them all the time. Now, you don't want to overwhelm people, just like you don't want to send out 500 emails every day. You don't want to put up 500 Facebook statuses every day, but you do need to do it almost every single day. So every time we put up a blog post or an open-ended question or a question to the group or a quote or something like that, we would get engagement from all those people who are liking that page. And that's what you want to do. Spur conversation. Get people to talk with you or to you or about you. So the information that people were requesting from the ad set was collected and sent to them. So people were requesting a certain item that we were giving away on that Facebook business page. And what we did was we collected their contact information, and then automatically it sent them the download so they could see what they could get the piece they were requesting. So the consumer sent the material they requested, and then the home care agency should follow up with a newsletter, an email, and some phone calls. So once all the data is collected about the consumer, then you not only have someone on your newsletter list that you can send a newsletter to every month, but they're also engaged with you on your Facebook page, And you have their contact information, so you can send them an email and wish them well and hope they're doing okay and ask them if they need any help. So there's all kinds of ways, once you have people engaging with you, that you can communicate with them. And those people sometimes turn into direct leads, and sometimes it takes 6 months for them to turn into a lead, or maybe, maybe a year before their aging parent really takes a tumble and needs some help. But the more people, it's a numbers game, the more people you have liking your page and communicating with you and seeing your posts and seeing all the things that you're doing on Facebook, the more likely it is that they will either have an issue that will spur them to call you, or they will refer you to someone else they know who does have a problem. And that is the object of the game. So in order to keep the consumer engaged and interested, and I just talked about this a little bit, but I'm going to kind of go over it again. What did we do? What can you do to keep people interested in your Facebook page every single day? Well, you can write interesting articles on other websites and highlight the link on your Facebook page. You can post open-ended questions or caption this and other interactive questions and posts. So you can post a question like, what is your biggest struggle as a caregiver? So not yes or no questions, but ones that people actually have to think about to answer. And you can't just do it once and say, oh, well, nobody answered me. You have to do it over and over again. You can post events, photos, news items, and updates and info on your own page. And of course, you should do that. So, for example, if 500 people in your local area have liked your Facebook business page, then all 500 people will receive your articles, your posts, your questions, your pictures, and everything that you post on that Facebook business page. Remember, they're not receiving your personal information. They're only receiving the things that are on your Facebook business page. And that is the name of the game, is engagement. So how did we grow an audience in that local area very quickly? Well, some people already have 500 people liking their Facebook business page, but if you don't, if you've never started, or you have 15 likes and it's basically your friends and family, one low-cost solution is Facebook advertising. And of course, it's not for everybody, but it certainly does help a lot, and it helps really fast. It's cheaper than Google AdWords. It's around $1 or less per click, depending on where you live. It's a very targeted audience if you know how to work the ads. So you have to know what you're doing, but you can target to the exact right people to get those clicks and that engagement. It's all local to your office. So when you do Facebook advertising, you're not advertising to the entire world. Your ads only go out to people in a certain radius or certain towns. And you can pick those just like you can with Google AdWords. So all the folks that are coming to your page are folks that are local to you. There are people that in certain age groups and certain demographics in your local area that you know you want to reach out to. And this increases engagement tremendously. Tons of people come to your page, they like your page, and then they move on and they see your stuff every single day. And you don't have to do Facebook advertising forever, but it certainly is a great way to grow your fan base. Okay, so the next question I get when I talk about this stuff, everybody glazes over and says, I have no idea how to do any of this, and it looks like a lot of work. And I'll be honest with you, it is a lot of work. It's worth it. It will help your business tremendously, but it is a lot of work. Just like anything that's worth its weight, it takes some time and energy to put into it and to understand it. And you can have it all done for you, of course, by someone who specializes in the home care market. Now, the other question that I get all the time is, well, what about my local guy who does Facebook advertising for plumbers and roofers, and he's in my local Chamber of Commerce group or my local networking group, and he says he can do a Facebook ad for us. What do you think? And what I think is this, that if you go with somebody who doesn't understand the adult child of the aging parent very specifically, the consumer that you're really looking for, the one that has the problem that you have the answer for, if they don't understand your market really well and don't work in the home care, elder care, senior care industries exclusively, then they're probably only going to do you a disservice. Or you're going to spend a lot of money and see no results and say, well, that didn't work. So be very careful about who you choose, because if you're not paying attention to things, it can get pricey and you can have nothing to show for it. So you want to make sure you keep your budget low and that you have lots and lots of folks behind you if you're going to outsource it, that actually know your market. So here's how we do it. And this is the same stuff that I just showed you. You can do all of this, but this is the way we do it. So if you needed our help, we could certainly help you. So what we do is we create a custom Facebook business page, or we work with one that you already have and we jazz it up. We set up the unique call to action specifically for your home care agency that draws the Facebook users into your local service area to opt in. They give you their name, their email, and their phone number, and they collect a unique offer. Now, usually this is some kind of free report or free information, and we have a little formula that we follow. We know what people really want to see, what they want to download, and what they want to get their hands on, and so that's how we just know exactly what they want, so they usually fill out the form. And then we set up a new tab on your Facebook business page specifically designed to serve your marketing program. So you have a little additional tab, and I'll show you that live in just a minute. This tab or this page is designed to collect contact information from consumers in your area who are interested in what you do. The information is sent to you so you can add them to your marketing database. The consumer is automatically sent the material they requested, so you don't have to do anything. They automatically get their download. And then it will be up to you guys to follow up with a newsletter, an email, and some phone calls. So once the person actually opts in, we actually keep them engaged on Facebook, but it's up to you to follow up with them with other marketing materials. So now that a consumer has opted into your offer, and here comes part of our secret sauce. So this is part of the secret that we're sharing with you about how we do things and how we keep people engaged. So now the consumer has opted into your offer and they've liked your page. You have to keep them interested. You have to engage them. Remember I talked about open-ended questions and articles and blog posts and all that kind of stuff. Well, that's crazy additional stuff that you may not have a lot of time for. So in order to keep the consumer engaged and interested in your home care agency, you have to add some unique content to your Facebook business page every week. So what we do is we set up your agency with our Elder Care Expert Author program. And some of you who are already our clients or have already participated with some of us know exactly what that is. We have authority websites out there on the internet that cover topics like caregiver stress, live-in care for seniors, reducing hospital readmission rates, help for aging veterans, the VA aid and attendance pension benefit, Alzheimer's care, and senior home safety. We have 6 authority sites that are full of unique content. And what we do is we add you to that as if you are the author on those websites. And we have those articles written for you and they transfer directly over to your Facebook business page via a feed service. And it looks like you're very busy, very smart, and very interested in your elder care audience. And the other thing about that is that not only does that show up on your Facebook business page to keep all your people engaged with you, reading your stuff, looking at you as an option for a solution to their problem, but what it also does is it helps you in your local area show up on more than just Facebook, because every single thing we put up on the internet about you on these websites is all optimized for your local area. So if you were to type in live-in care for seniors in Bakersfield, California, I guarantee you're probably going to see one of our clients there. If somebody needs Alzheimer's care in Houston, Texas, it'll be our clients that they will see. So by putting people on these websites, we actually, and putting unique articles up there for them that they don't have to write, they actually get more visibility than just Facebook. So it has a couple of good benefits. So here are the websites if you want to go look at any of them. Alzheimer's Care Today, helpforagingveterans.com, liveandcareforseniors.com, reducehospitalreadmissionrates.com, seniorcarestress.com, and seniorsafetyissues.com. So any of those, we put our people who work with us are on every single one of those. They have a profile page about their business, a full page about them as the expert author, and they have articles written that for them that are attributed to them by our ghostwriter. Very professionally done and very good for your PR. So that's how we get content over to your Facebook business page to help with engagement. So we also post open-ended questions and caption this. So for instance, like I said before, what's your greatest what's your biggest stressor as a caregiver? Or put a picture of a beautiful couple watching this, an older couple watching the sunset, and say, caption this, and let everybody put down their thoughts as to what that picture might be about. We do that 2 times a week to engage your audience and keep them talking about you and engaging with you. And then it will be up to you and your staff, of course, to post events and photos and news items and updates and info on your own page. And we'll show you how to do that. We'll make one of your staff an admin, and they can go in and post anything they want on there. Someone that you trust, they can upload pictures, and of course, if they have trouble, we have a support desk that will help. But it's easy to do, and we take care of 90% of it. You just have to do the follow-up and whatever events that you have going on. So how do we attract people in your local service area to your Facebook business page? We do a low cost, if you don't have any likes, if you don't have a bunch of fans on your Facebook page, this is for those of you who've never done this before or have one but it's not doing anything, or you just, you don't have 500 fans on your Facebook business page or likes, you just haven't dealt with it. So if you don't and you want that, then what we can do is a very low cost, highly targeted, highly optimized Facebook ad campaign. We've tested stuff, we know what works, and that will drive people in your local area to click on your Facebook page and like you. And we have a consistent stream of new engaging content being fed, obviously, like I just talked about, so that there's more folks that go through and like that. Because every time somebody likes one of your posts, then their friends will see that you like the post, and they may like your page as well. So that's what it means to go viral. And I'm not saying that any of our campaigns necessarily go viral because they're all elder care related, but if a friend of a friend of a friend sees everybody liking a certain post on elder care, senior issues in their local area, then they're probably going to like it too. So that's what that's all about. Okay, so like I said, you can do all of this on your own, and we completely understand that because budgets are tight. But what we did was we put together a Facebook standalone program that we think is extremely affordable in case you want us to help you. If you want our help, the cost is $250 to set everything up, and then we charge $50 a month. There are no long-term commitments. There is no, you don't have to stay with us for 6 months, 4 months, 3 months. You can do it for as long as you want, and if you need to cancel, you can. So that includes a Facebook business page setup, a call to action, for folks to get the free item, whatever that is, buttons and tabs, the free report, the open-ended engagement question per week. We'll only do 1 per week at this rate. And if you choose to do ads, of course, we will set that up too, but we will not provide any other content if you do it standalone, meaning we're not going to put you in our elder care expert program and give you all the articles and unique content and the blog posts and all that stuff for this price. But we will do everything else for you, but it'll be up to you to come up with the other content. And optionally, if you want to do ads, we will do, you can do Facebook and ads, and we recommend $100 a month minimum. Now, this is not for us. This is not paying me. This is paying Facebook for the clicks. We recommend a minimum of $100 a month, but $300 a month is probably a better fit. That's $10 a day. So that would be a better fit for your local area. And you don't have to do it forever. Again, this may be a temporary thing for you. You can turn it on and turn it off as you wish, as your budget allows. If you find that it works really well, but you're maxed out, you can turn it off for a little while, and when your budget catch up, you can turn it back on. And also, just so you know, usually our Elder Care Expert Author Program is a $495 setup fee. That's the one with all the blog posts and profiles, and $89 a month. But I talked George into something different. What I talked him into was, if you want us to, for the month of May and June, if you sign up for our $250 setup fee, we will put together the entire Elder Care Expert Program for you and the Facebook marketing program for you for one $250 fee. So we'll do all of it for $250, but the monthly fee does go up. It's $139 a month because we have to pay for content and pay our staff to do all the behind-the-scenes work for the Elder Care Expert Program. And again, I think this is probably the lowest cost, super big marketing online you'll ever see besides somebody doing a website for you for free, which would be a bad idea, by the way. So this includes Facebook business page setup, a call to action, buttons and tabs, your free report, your 2 open-ended engagement questions per week. Again, we're back up to 2. If you choose to do ads, we will set that up for you. The full 6 authority site setup, so your company is on all 6 of our authority sites. We will feed all content from our authority sites that you have written to your Facebook business page automatically. And when I say you have written, I mean that we have had written for you. You are welcome to engage and submit content anytime you want, but we will do it for you because we know time is of the essence. We provide 5 initial articles, 1 for each website, and then 1 article per month thereafter. So we will be on your Facebook business page a lot. If you don't do Facebook advertising, that's fine. But you can if you want. But in this program for this May-June special, you are responsible for your click costs. You are responsible. This does not include the cost of the Facebook advertising clicks. So I want everybody to go to their dashboard and ask questions because I know you have them. And if you want to read more about this, if you go to our website, ltcsocialmark.com, you go to /Facebook, and the whole thing is there for you, the special, the pricing, the pay buttons, all that stuff if you want to sign up. So it's ltcsocialmark.com /Facebook if you're interested in joining us and having us do everything for you. We certainly will do that. And again, we can do it for $50 a month or $139 a month. It doesn't matter to us which one you want, but we're happy to do it. So I'm going to go to my questions list, so I hope that you guys are asking questions or typing in your questions now because we'll be happy to answer any of them. And if you want to see something live on Facebook, I can certainly show you that as well. All right, so hold on here. I am going to hold on a second here. Make it big. Let's go all the way up to the top here. Okay, so we have some folks asking some good questions. Hold on. Why can't I make this? Here we go. I'm making it pop out here so I can see everybody big. All right. Okay, according to the new Facebook protocol, they have to add the page to their interest list in order to see all the posts you create. From Jessica, yes, that's true, and we guide them through that process. So we let people know how to do that. And that's part of adding that content and those open-ended questions is helping people understand that in order to do engagement, that you have to make sure that they know that you have to be they have to be an interested party, which is actually a really good thing because we don't want people who are not interested to continue to receive your stuff. Can we post the articles we receive from the Elder Care Author Program on Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn, and website blog? You can feed those articles to Twitter, Google+, and LinkedIn, but you cannot use, here's the thing, and this is, and I'm gonna butcher this name, hold on a second. Oh, Rishekish, and I know I said that wrong, I'm sorry. I have a weird last name, Van Boeven. No one can say it right, so I understand. Anyway, can we post the articles we receive from the Elder Care Author Program? Yes, you can have them, and you can post the link to them anywhere you want, but here's the deal. Google wants unique content. Unique content, meaning they do not want duplicate content all across the web. So if you took the article that we posted for you on an elder care expert author, just like if you copied it from the New York Times and you posted it on your blog, on your website, it would not get any traction at all for your website. It wouldn't do anything. However, if you have a website and you need some help working with it, what we can do is provide you with the feed. So and we have buttons and badges and all kinds of stuff you can put on your website so that every time a new article is posted for you, it will not only go to your website in a feed, but if people click on the article, the whole page is about you. Your competitors are not listed, and I'll show you that in just a second if you hang with me. So you can have it to use as you wish, but just know that if you duplicate it and put it on another page somewhere on your website, it won't do you any good. It's considered duplicate content. How would you compare Facebook business versus LinkedIn for my business? David, that's a great question. And our next product would probably be the monetization of LinkedIn and how to get more clients from LinkedIn. Facebook is a real big mix, and I'm a huge fan of LinkedIn, by the way, for home care agencies. So absolutely, I believe you should use LinkedIn. But Facebook has permeated so much of society that I think it would be a bad idea to ignore it. I think it's a good idea to understand it at least to the point where you know you're getting engagement and phone calls from it. So I think that LinkedIn is super, super important for professional referrals. I think for the consumers and the community out there who are looking for solutions, they're already on Facebook, looking at grandkids' pictures or whatever they're doing, and they see your ad or they see your page or someone else likes a post on your page, and they go there, they're going to learn a lot more about you a lot faster. So it's sort of the consumer end versus the professional referral end, David, and I love both of them. But I think Facebook is really important for that, to reach out to that consumer now. I've heard of like gating to get more users. Is that what you are referring to when you talk about using an offer to draw people to Facebook? No, I know what you mean by that. Like gating, Jill, is when you cover up the page and say, until you like us, you cannot have this offer. We don't do that. We can do that. We have the capability of putting like a cover over the page until somebody likes your page, and then boom, it opens up and there's the form they have to fill out and blah, blah, blah. And that can get really complicated. We basically just make an offer of something that would be interesting to them that we know they would like, and we ask them politely to like your page. And that's it. We don't do a whole lot of cover-up stuff. It's not that. It's interesting, but it might not be that great. Okay, and then Angie says, I'm interested, but I'm already a subscriber to Expert Author. Is there a different pricing? Angie, yes. If you are, and this goes out for everybody who's already our customer, there are lots of you out there who are already involved with us on different levels. Maybe you are a big website client, or maybe you are just an Expert Author client, or maybe you are a senior service review client, which I would also recommend to everybody. But regardless of that, we have special pricing for folks who are already involved with us. So what I would encourage you to do, Angie, is to email me directly, and we will give you that special pricing so that you're not paying more than you should. We don't want our current clients to have to pay more than they should when we do an offer like this. So we will hold true to that. If I'm not a savvy, let's see, if I'm not savvy with using Facebook, can I get dummies for Facebook users? Yeah, there's probably a Facebook for Dummies at your local store or online that you can read or purchase, or you can have somebody do it for you so that you don't have to worry about it too much. If you know how to log into an account, you can pretty much see everything you need to see. But again, I don't expect people to become experts overnight in Facebook, but I do expect that folks will engage and just listen, and maybe you're not an expert in Facebook, but maybe someone in your family is more involved in Facebook. Not an expert, but they log in and a couple times a week and they look at pictures and they post stuff, or maybe every day. There's probably somebody in your life that's like that can be helpful to you. If I'm working with your company, how long does it take to set up a Facebook page? Oh, it depends on how much. We expect that this is going to be an offer. We're going to get a lot of traction, so it'll be first come, first serve basis. And I would expect no longer than 2 weeks, but probably within a week you'll have everything set up and going. I'm just saying that to give myself a little leeway here. We are just getting started with a Facebook page, and one of the concerns I have is allowing people to post comments to our site. Can this be controlled by me as the page administrator, and what advice can you offer RE this? Yes, you can control people commenting on your page. All posts can be approved by an administrator. We've done this enough over the years that I can honestly say I know it happens, but I have never seen really a negative comment on any home care agency Facebook page before. Because chances are the person who doesn't like you isn't going to like your page, so they can't comment on it. But in the event that it does happen, there are a couple of things that can be done. Number one, the person who did the posting can be removed immediately. And number two, you can control the posts if you like. Now we're talking about engagement here, so you got to loosen up a little bit and get rid of some of that, anxiety about that and see how it goes. If you find that all you're getting is a bunch of negativity on your Facebook page, I would be shocked, first of all. But second of all, you can always change the settings later. But the object of the game is to let people engage with you and talk to you about their concerns, their issues, their problems in their life, how much hospice has helped them in their life, even if it wasn't you that provided it. So there's lots of goodness that can come from that. Okay, what are examples of specific things to use for call to action offers? And then somebody said my audio is fading in and out, but I hope it's not. Specific calls to action, there are a couple of things. We use different ones like cost of care reports. We use different free reports, e-books, and things like that. I don't want to give the whole store away, but we don't give away anything of monetary value. It's all educational material, but it's really good educational material that people want. So it's a nice addition to your suite of services, actually. Okay, let's see if I got anything else here. I think that's it. Does anybody else have any more questions? If you don't have any more questions, I would encourage you to take George up on his offer for May and June and go to ltcsocialmark.com/Facebook and let us get you set up with your Facebook business page and let you get moving on down the road. If you're a current client, just go ahead and give us a call or email. Email is probably easier, and we'll shoot you the pricing for our current clients because we have to look up what you currently are subscribed to and your pricing there, and then we will shoot you back a number so that you know what your number is for this program. Okay, so with that, George, did I miss anything? Is there anything else that we should add to this?
Well, one of the things that you haven't mentioned much is that the whole Facebook kind of program is also a traffic building program for your website because the Facebook business page takes these people that are liking you also to your website. So it's another scenario of, that you can add to paid search or search engine organic marketing on Google and the like to getting interested parties to your website as well as Facebook.
Sure, and if you can see my screen, I just wanted to show folks what one of these articles look like. Along with the Facebook, this is what the expert author program looks like. This article is written, this is our Alzheimer's Care Today website, and this is one of the articles that was written, and you can see at the bottom there's a form, and the form, when that form is filled out, it's emailed directly to the person whose name is on this. It doesn't go to us, it goes to them, and also their phone number is listed, of course, and a link to their website and any other articles that they have in the queue that have been written, and in this case, any articles from their actual website, their real website are filtering in here. So there are all kinds of advantages to being in that elder care expert program and adding Facebook to that. This is just one example of 6 different websites that we have everybody on. And then also, just so you guys can see, there are 2 other pages. Let's see here. When somebody signs up for the Expert Author Program, we write these articles for them, but also we put up an Expert Author profile page for them. And we also put up with a link to their website, their phone number, it's sort of the About Us. But we also put up their an expert or a page about their business. So they have 3 pages actually right off the bat. A page about the business, a page about them as an author, and the article itself. And we do that on all 6 websites for everybody. So just so you know what it looks like. So I would really encourage folks to get on board if they can. I think that covers it. Let me see if I have any more questions before I might. Let me make this big. Ding. Oh, that didn't help. Let's see if one more time. Nope, I don't think that's it. I think that's it. There are no more questions. Okay, guys. Well, then that would be it for our webinar today. I hope you all join us, work with us, and let us show you the power of Facebook, and We'll be waiting for you. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.